Come. Let me show you something. Now, right now, over 30 million Nigerians. Now, I mean, that's about 1 in 3 adults are PalmPay customers. There's every possibility that you're watching me today, 1 out of 3 of you are PalmPay customers. That's more user than some of Nigeria's biggest banks. Chances are you are using it too. But how did this quiet Chinese backdrop sneak into our daily lives? Now, let's flip the fintech game and outgrow banking giants like Zenith and GTB. Let's rewind. And trust me, it didn't start in Nigeria. I am AY Excellent Tech, and I tell stories about tech, power, and the truth they don't want you to know. Now, how did a Chinese-owned app conquer Nigeria's fintech space and leave our big banks catching their breath as if they were chasing them? In today's video, I'm breaking down the rise of PalmPay from quiet launch to nationwide domination. We will expose how they outsmarted the banks, seized the cashless crisis, and built a fintech empire from your smartphone. Now let's go into the origin of this story. It's the year 2007. Flip phones ruled. Brands like Tecno, Infinix, and Itel were flooding African market with affordable devices that actually worked on our network. They had long battery life, dual SIMs, and prices we could afford. Yeah, everybody owns a smartphone. Fast forward to 2019, the same company behind those phones, Nigerian Holdings, decided cheap phones weren't enough. They wanted your wallet too. By then, Nigerian controlled over 50% of Nigerians' phone market. PalmPay launched in Nigeria this year, 2019, but behind the scene, it was powered by Nigerian Holdings, the same Chinese company that gave you Tecno, Infinix, and Itel. If you have ever bought a phone for less than 100K, chances are you already used their product and you're a customer. But this time, they didn't want to sell phones. They wanted to control how you spend your money, and they had a plan. They wanted to launch a sleek app, distribute tens of thousands of Android phones with PalmPay pre-installed, then back it up with about $40 million in seed funding from Chinese investors. It's 2019 and Nigerian banks were a hot mess. News reports, likely from Daily Post, said 60% of customer complaints were about failed transactions. ATMs would debit your account but spit out no cash. Come back in 24 hours, they would say. But sometimes that money was gone for good. There are loads of people who had this problem. Long queues, root staff, hidden fees, people were over it. Bank apps, slow networks, crashing every weekend. It was like they were begging for someone to sweep in and take their lunch. Then PalmPay entered. They saw the chaos and said, "We got this." But here is the real gem. They understood something our banks did not. Now let's take a quick detour to China. In China, apps like WeChat Pay and Alipay had already turned cash obsolete. Everyone pay for everything, grocery, taxi, bills with their phones. Nigerian didn't need to reinvent anything. They just brought that proven magic to Nigeria. Their strategy was dead simple. Focus on what Nigerians actually need, then forget complex banking suits for big corporations. PalmPay nailed the basic. Fast transfer, easy account setup, no stress. Why do you need to trek to a bank with a stack of documents, wait days to open an account? PalmPay lets you do it in minutes with just your phone number and basic KYC. While banks were building branches, PalmPay was building agents. In 1 year, they built a network of over 200,000 mobile money agents. They had no suit, no tie, just kiosk, a shop, a hair salon, and street vendors with purple POS machine. PalmPay didn't just copy China fintech model. They studied Nigerians also. They made transfer near instant, gave people rewards for using the app, offered zero transfer fee, loyalty bonuses, airtime cashback, and even free betting deposits. The app worked. It was everywhere. They weren't trying to look like a bank. They were trying to replace the bank. Now, in 2020, the world shut down. Markets were closed, banks were closed, schools were closed, everybody locked their doors. But people still needed to pay rent, buy food, send money, and PalmPay was waiting. While banks were struggling with their outdated apps, PalmPay agent network exploded. Now, between 2020 and 2021, their transaction grew exponentially. They started processing millions of transfers monthly, and users were happy. I mean, including myself, because we had to pay a lot with PalmPay. No annoying SMS failures, no 50 naira hidden charges. You understand that kind of a thing? There was no charge. Everything was just as if it was free. Now, remember when naira became gold dust? During the naira redesign and cash scarcity, PalmPay became a lifeline. I paid for Okada with transfer. Even their bookies, they collected transfer using PalmPay. ATMs were empty, banks had no cash, but PalmPay agents were everywhere. They became heroes and sometimes villains. POS charges were wide, but PalmPay kept expanding. Their app download jumped, new customers signed up daily, and they were processing over 10 billion per day on average. Now, here is the crazy part. PalmPay is not just Nigerian, it's 70% Chinese owned. Transsion and NetEase, Chinese tech giants, are the shadow partner. It is licensed in Nigeria, but the data that control the ecosystem largely managed offshore, where we travel to. PalmPay now has over 30 million users, more than Zenith Bank's app, and yet most people don't know who is behind it. PalmPay is not as loud as OPay. No billboard concerts, no green bikes, but guess what? Their daily volume, user growth, and agent network put them toe to toe with OPay. They even own Palm Credit, giving loans, and have begun powering government bill payment, all from a simple app with a Chinese brain and a Nigerian face. So what can we learn from PalmPay? Timing matters. They launched when Nigeria was broken, especially the banking system. Distribution wins. 10,000 banks can't beat 100,000 human agents. You must know your audience. They gave Nigerians cashback, not PowerPoint. Of course, we love cashbacks. Never sleep on foreign interest. China's grip on Nigeria's mobile money is now real. PalmPay is a proof that in Nigeria, whoever solves the problem wins, whether in a kiosk or in a bank, whether under the bridge or anywhere else. The question is, are we in control, or we are just users in a digital empire we don't understand? Because it looks like we really don't understand. Let me know in the comments. Have you used PalmPay? Was it smooth or frustrating? Let's talk about it. Don't forget to subscribe for more tech content on Nigerian tech stories. I am AY Excellent, and then I'll catch you on the next one. Bye. Subscribe.